Got a good operation here, Jedi. But too many people. Inefficient. Can't watch them all.
Not everyone is out to get you, Zenith.
The last few years taught me otherwise. Be tough to adjust. Strange to be off Balmorra, with political power. Peace will be even stranger. I reorganized the munitions locker, between political briefings. More efficient now. We have more orders?
You don't have to be constantly on alert. Take some time to yourself.
Can't relax if things are a mess. Sounds like Greystar talking.
Who is Greystar?
Old friend, forget it. First Victory is Balmorra's political liaison. Spoke to your diplomat, Alani. Organized a new trade route for Balmorra. She wanted a personal favor. Thought credits would look suspicious. Useful to know.
Just how personal is this favor you promised her?
Personal enough. Greystar said a friend is an enemy waiting to happen, and vice versa.
You mentioned the name Greystar once before.
He was leader of the resistance cell I first joined on Balmorra. Taught me plenty. Before everything changed. Enough. Got trade routes to organize. There's word from Balmorra. People are calling me politician, not terrorist. A good start. But I want the opposition leader's post. To critique Ty Corden, keep him honest.
I hope you're not using this to get back at Ty for not letting you in his government.
This is for Balmorra. I want one of Ty's officials to support me. Secretary Varum would do. Ty trusts him. But Varum's rich, stubborn. Hard to persuade.
Make your case to Secretary Varum that Ty will need strong opposition.
Won't be enough. Varum's paranoid, terrified of another Imperial attack. He created a militia to guard Ty. Funds it personally. I could tell Varum that Imperials infiltrated his militia, but my people stopped them. With a little evidence, Varum owes me a favor. Easy.
Alternatively, a statement congratulating Varum on his militia's dedication would make him very grateful.
Gratitude's fragile, but that would be faster. You think like Greystar sometimes.
You never told me what happened to him.
Greystar was betrayed. Blasted Empire got an operative into our cell. We scattered, but kept up the fight. War's over. But we lost too much. Secretary Varum came around, gave his support. One step closer to being opposition leader. System works. But there's another candidate back on Balmorra. Nayland Fiskin. He's trouble.
What kind of support does he have?
People like him. War veteran, so military's on his side. Fiskin struck already. Arrested my followers back home over an operation years ago. Says they set a bomb that killed Imperials and Balmorran soldiers. Those Balmorrans were traitors, selling ordnance to the Empire. Planned to destroy a village. My people saved lives.
Your followers should have stopped those traitors peacefully. They were Balmorrans too.
Collaborators die. Greystar authorized the bombing. He kept detailed journals. The evidence I need. All Greystar's journals were destroyed on Balmorra. Darth Lacris orders. Must be copies elsewhere, though.
Proving your followers innocent is a worthy cause. If you need anything, just ask.
Appreciate it. Let me try first. No one's clean. Journals might have dirt on Nayland Fiskin, too. Fastest way to neutralize him.
If you do that, you're still just a terrorist, using the same tactics as before.
My tactics work. I'll keep you apprised. Might have evidence to clear the charges against my men. I found Greystar's journals. Group of Balmorran resistance fighters were on a mission to Nar Shaddaa. Never left. They have copies of the journals.
Balmorra's free, or close to it. Shouldn't they have come home by now?
These men lost contact with us. Happens sometimes. They don't know Greystar's gone, or anything else. Their leader is Kalen Jays, one of my trainees once. I should go to Nar Shaddaa, tell him the news myself.
I'm sure he'll be glad to see you, despite the circumstances.
Plus, I can pick up the journals. Efficient. Won't be gone long. Pick up a shuttle to Nar Shaddaa, meet Jays, bring the journals back. Simple. Don't get shot while I'm away. Back. Met Kalen Jays. Journals are safe.
It must have been good to see your friend again.
Not so good. Jays didn't want to give me the journals. Said Greystar left standing orders if he was killed or captured. The journals should be destroyed. And Greystar told Jays not to give the journals to me. Ever. For any reason.
I hope Jays had an explanation for these orders.
No. Says he didn't ask. Started reading on the way back. Greystar had plenty to say. He wrote in shorthand, tough to decipher. But there's enough evidence to release my men. Nayland Fiskin's charges fell apart. Need to go on the attack now, before Fiskin's campaign recovers.
What are you planning?
Journals have some intel on Fiskin, too. Hence he took a bribe from an Imperial prisoner. Revealing it would hit him hard.
You may not have all the facts. Speak to Fiskin before you reveal it.
Don't want to be caught off guard again. No idea why Greystar didn't want me reading his journals. They're strange. So much history. Talks about people I knew. Like they're still... Back to work. Been working on my combat technique. Noticed some flaws after fighting alongside you. All corrected now.
Everything looked fine to me.
Don't, please. Problems were obvious. Jedi, you're all right. Political campaigning's heating up back home. Nayland Fiskin was rivaling me in the polls, but decided what to do. About that evidence, Fiskin took an Imperial bribe. Leaked it through the holonet. Hundreds of Fiskin's supporters switched to me.
Their vote should put you ahead, correct?
Can't celebrate yet. Fiskin's preparing a speech to regain lost ground. Got a very talented speechwriter. He could still turn this around. I could ensure Fiskin's speechwriter has an accident. Non-fatal accident.
No accidents. You could address the Balmoran people first, and steal Fiskin's momentum.
Public speaking's not my forte.
It's easy. Relax, be honest. Let them get to know you.
This is me. I'll let you know how it goes. Polling for opposition leader begins soon. Me against Fiskin. Need one last push. Remember Greystar's journals? Managed to decipher more entries from the shorthand. Gave me an idea. Journals say Greystar smuggled out Balmoran refugees to camps off-world. Hundreds, in secret. They won't know Balmora's liberated.
It's time they heard the good news, and came home.
My thinking, too. Helping these people is a duty, and good publicity. Should sway any undecided voters. I'll contact the refugees' leaders, but I need somewhere safe to meet.
I once attended a diplomatic summit in a cavern on Alderaan. It's quiet and secure.
Sounds perfect. I'll set it up. My own people. Can't even trust my own people.
Take a deep breath and explain what's going on.
Those Balmoran refugees. I wanted to bring them home. Already arranged to meet them on Alderaan. Then I deciphered more of Greystar's journals. Found out why he didn't want me reading them. Journals report these refugees were in contact with local Imperial officials, negotiating for food, medicine, protection.
The refugees were alone and defenseless. They likely had no choice.
Not good enough! Imperials would have offered anything for intelligence about Balmora. How many refugees gave in, gave information, and got my people killed? Greystar let it happen. But he knew I'd retaliate, so he kept this from me.
Greystar clearly didn't want these people punished for what they did.
He was too trusting. They're collaborators. collaborators die, or live in a cell. Already arranged to meet the refugee leaders, to help them home. But now they'll be going in chains for conspiring with the enemy. I arrest the guilty. I prove my devotion to Balmorra.
You can't do this. Those refugees are coming to the meeting in good faith.
They sold us out. They get the mercy the Imperials showed us.
You must pardon these people for their mistakes, or the Imperial occupation will never truly end.
Always Jedi words. I have to think this over myself. Decide what needs to be done. Refugees are back on Balmorra. Arrived just before polling started for opposition leaders' post. Balmorran public got to see collaborators in chains. Got plenty of positive messages during the polls.
Those refugees still deserve a chance to prove their innocence.
Not my problem. Got my future to think of. Votes are in. I won, Nayland Fiskin lost. I'm opposition leader. Seat in government, everything. It feels good.
If you're opposition leader, won't you be returning to Balmorra?
No. Can work in absentia until you're done gallivanting around. I wanted to thank you for your help. Couldn't have got that edge without you. Oh, and Greystar's journals? Put 2 blaster shots through the datapad. Destroyed. Like Greystar wanted.
Simply erasing the datapad would have done the job, you know.
Never occurred to me. Got what I needed from them. Plus perspective. All done living in the past. Future is what matters. Balmorra's and mine. Wanted to let you know. Kind of enjoyed working with you. Not often my comrades survive this long.
Is there a compliment hidden in there somewhere?
Just a fact. Not good or bad. Anyway, I just wanted to say I trust you. So I'd better stick around. Keep you alive. Trustworthy people are hard to come by.